We're just going to talk amongst ourselves for 15 minutes or so, and then we're going to ask you to ask us or ask yourselves questions and see if we can generate some ideas about where we're headed. Justice, can I start with you? What does your lovely wife think about the elections?
I have to say, anywhere else in the world, if Silvio Berlusconi by some chance were to say, manage to get his legal troubles out of the way and his other problems out of the way, and come back and win at 62.15%, it would be, wow, amazing, what a mandate, go ahead, do what you need to do. Here in South Africa, we quibble over this. It's like, oh, no. So I do want to just start off by saying, actually, it's a fantastic turnout for the ANC. That said, the ANC got 69% in 2004, went down to 65.9% in 2009, and now down to 62.15%. If I'm an ANC strategist or I'm President Zuma, whoever, I would start thinking it's not a good idea when you start a decline and it continues, and you start wondering, is 2019 going to go to below 60%? Or can I arrest the decline and go back up or stay at 62? If I were in the ANC, I'd start worrying deeply about Mweleti Mbeki's prediction that in 2024, we might see a coalition taking over from the ANC, or the ANC having to go into coalition with someone else to run the country. I think the interesting part is the realization that the ANC is losing the metros hugely.
So the ANC lost 10 percentage points of its support in Joburg. This is really where the DA concentrated its efforts. They spent all of their money here. So I just wonder whether this was a sort of consequence of the effort that the DA put into or whether it's a sort of broader national trend.
I think it's a combination of both, right? If you look at South Africa's economic growth, this middle class boom that we had since 2004 to 2008, they've been most under pressure. And when it comes to things like e-tolls and stuff like that, they feel the pressure most. So in the economy, it's almost hurt them the most. You see Able as an example of a company that loaned out to this emerging class. So I think that's where the squeeze has always been. And the ANC's left this almost under 10-2. And the DA fed into that unhappiness over just the cost of everything, right, going up in this country. And I think that's why in Johannesburg, places like Pretoria, that's where the ANC would suffer, because we are the emerging class. And the ANC has almost, since 2004 anyway, it's been their successful project. By the same token now, it's the one most under pressure. And I think the ANC is almost not considered that class of that class in the election program.
What do you read into the explosion of the EFF? Is it a protest vote? Is it reflective of a different set of economic choices?
I think it's more a protest vote more than anything else. I don't think it's a policy choice per se. There's nothing really that drastically different between the two, nationalization aside. But I would put it as a personality.
Today you had 4 million people getting up in the morning saying, I'm going to look for a job. You have another nearly 3 million, 2 million something, saying, I'm not even going out. That's the expanded. These guys have said to whoever's doing the surveys that starts to say, I'm not getting out of bed and going to look for a job because I won't get one. Right. So you've got 7 million people out there, and Julius Malema comes along and says, man, look at all these people in power driving around in their fancy cars. They haven't done anything for you in 20 years. Part of Julius Malema's success is our own failure in 20 years of democracy. When Mandela came in, unemployment, whatever, at the time we didn't include the so-called homelands, but it was 22%. It went up to 30, whatever.
Quick prediction. Next election, EFF gets more votes or less votes?
The potential is there. But let me put it this way. I think we need to remember there isn't a single new party in the 20 years of our democracy that has grown. If you look at 1999, Bantu Holomisa got 3.8%. You look at the ID in 2004, it's now swallowed up by the DA. You look at COPE in 2009. COPE was more successful than the EFF. It got 1.3 million people to vote for it as compared to 1.1 million people for Julius Malema.
Right.
They got 7%, he got 6.35%. And now they're down to 3 seats from 30 seats. There hasn't been sustainability in new political parties in South Africa. So that, for me, that's a drag the other way.
Yes.
But the drag the other way is that he's got a powerful message and he's got a disillusionment with current construct that can be tapped into.